So, what is one of the root things about being entitled actually results to? You start believing that you deserve certain treatment or certain privileges and you don't have to do nothing for it. Like, it ain't nothing that you got to do. It's almost like, oh, everything is an inheritance to you. That's all that it is. I don't have to do anything. I don't need to say anything. This is what I'm deserving of, regardless of anything else. So, how can we overcome that mindset of being entitled, right? So we can not only better ourselves, but better the relationships that we have with other people. One of the things that we can actually do is start being more giving. So when you start being more giving, it will actually put you in a place where now you are just constantly doing and you're not looking for nothing in return, right? But it'll take your mind off of, I'm about to get something from someone. So now by you being more given, you ain't getting tripped up on, this is what is supposed to be given to me, or this is what's supposed to be done for me. So understand that all you have to do is start really reflecting on the change that you want to actually have. So the next thing that you have to do is view things in a way that you are saying, I want to do better in this area in my life. Like, if you know this about yourself, and maybe even ask some people, like, hey, do you think that I ever be coming off like I'm entitled? Like, straight up, and tell them, be honest with me. We are so caught up in asking people, hey, how do I look? Hey, how do I smell? How did I do on something? But we are afraid to ask people some of the real questions about helping us to define who we are and looking at the aspects of who we are and how we can actually transcend and propel ourselves in a more positive light in an area of our life. And so it's not saying that you're not a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. And you may not actually do anything negative, but what could happen is you could be treating people in a way that makes them feel obligated. See, understand that when you are being entitled, when you have that mentality, you start to make people feel like, oh, I gotta do this for them because they're gonna be tripping. Because usually when you feel entitled, guess what? You start to feel some type of way when you don't get what you want. It's automatic. No, I'm supposed to get this type of treatment. And since I didn't get this treatment, since I didn't get what I was asking for, now I'm about to act out. Now I'm about to do this. Now I'm about to say this. And that makes people feel cornered and pressured, like, oh, I don't even feel like that. I don't feel like going through the whole situation. I'm going to just go ahead and do it because he going to be tripping. She going to be tripping. And so making people feel obligated to do things that they should not feel as though is an obligation. Everything it should feel as though it's a choice. You don't want people feeling as though I'm only doing this out of obligation because their heart isn't in it. And so now when their heart isn't in it, the moment when the opportunity comes for them to stop, they will. They are going to give you bare minimum effort because they like, I'm only doing this because I feel as though that, oh, I got to, not I want to. It's a big difference. Doing something because you want to and doing something because you have to is going to be a big play, and people feeling like they obligated to doing something for you. And so you don't want people to feel that way towards you. So now all you actually have to do is start thinking about some of those things.